So I'm at one of my favorite places, my John Deere dealership, and I love coming in this shop because they just have huge, this is a chopper, not a combine. They just have some huge equipment they work on. Here's another chopper. Here's a 9000 series. It's like a Cummins engine. Huge. Love coming to my dealership and checking out his equipment. So my brother is looking at a side-by-side, a John Deere, I think an 835M, most probably an R. And this is my brother Patrick. Say hi, Patrick.
Hi, Patrick.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get comments that he's the better looking with more hair. Always get that. There's a machine he's having me look at. I don't see Polaris or Can-Am written on it, but we're looking at it anyways because it's our favorite color, John Deere green.
Green, that's all that matters. Nothing else matters in life as long as it's green.
So just to walk around, it's interesting. There looks like the engine intake on the side and the filter, which fell off. Put this back on. So this is interesting. This is falling off. Stick that on best we can. Really cool 3-cylinder engine, which is smooth. Who makes the engine? It's a Curry engine. I thought GM made these engines.
Cherry. It's called a Cherry.
Cherry. Very smooth, and it's only 50 horsepower?
The new ones are 54.
Very nice. This, again, if you look at the suspension, it's a little light duty, but this is pretty cool. Oh boy, that goes down.
They don't have the power lift. It's a power lift option, but it's
so this has no spring assist on it?
No, it's a power lift one.
Oh, it's a power lift one.
But it's not hooked up right now.
Oh, so there's no assist on it. This is a cab. So here's what the John Deere, one thing I'll say about John Deere finish on their tractors is you can leave them outside and it holds up extremely well. This is an M. He's most likely going to get an R. Pressed, formed A-arms on it.
Yep, like a car.
No, more than a car. It's enclosed. Feel it. It's a
yeah.
section. The bottom one is too, sort of.
All-wheel drive. I think there's a disc brake in there someplace, small disc brake.
Hydraulic disc brake. Full automotive heating and air conditioning system.
So it's got heat and air.
All the reviews say that the heat and the air work extremely well.
So my viewers that think I'm overkill with my tractors and ATVs, at least I rough it with an open cockpit side by side. He's got to have heat and air conditioning.
I'm older than
but that's
Peter.
Pretty nice. Okay, am I driving this or are you?
Yeah, I've driven over it.
Definitely lower to the ground, but there's no doubt it's John Deere quality. Yeah, let's get the heat going. And it does have a low and a high. And what gear are we in? Does it show on the dashboard what gear we're in?
No,
it says we're in park.
No, I'm sorry. You have the emergency brake on. You pull that lever out there underneath the dash.
Pull this lever.
Emergency brake comes out. An automotive type emergency brake. Foot lever emergency brake.
Definitely the back is more vertical than a Polaris Ranger or a Can-Am Defender. Tires are spinning like crazy, I think, because it's in two-wheel drive.
It has turf tires are on it.
How do we put it in all-wheel drive?
Just hit the switch. It's got turf tires on it, though. It doesn't have the
Okay, so
tires.
now we're in all-wheel drive.
And it has a differential lock if you need it.
You know, the engine just revs up that high to move it. They weren't spinning. So, one thing I'll show you with my brother's head, and this is if you're wearing a helmet, there's a ton of headroom in this machine. He was looking at an R model that's all insulated, like a car, including cloth seats. So it will be quieter. It'll be quieter, it'll be all lined and insulated. One thing that kind of concerns me is that if you are going off-road and you have a helmet, there's no roll bar or pad to keep your head from jerking back. We'll turn down the fan a little bit. This beautiful 3-cylinder engine does have to wind up to move it. It's not a powerhouse, and we are in high. So not a powerhouse of an engine.
They claim it's set up that way to keep the torque converter spinning.
So it's working hard to move this very lightweight machine, but its engine is smooth and quiet, very, very smooth and quiet. So let's put it in low.
Low is stupid low.
So let's put it in low and see how low is. Now the way in low, there we go.
Low is stupid low.
And low is very low. I hate to drive around tractor dealerships. I just hate it. That's a joke. I love it. Again, it's interesting. They all seem to have this now, which I think is a great feature. The pop-up windshield. That's a pricey feature. I know it is on a Defender because I've looked at them, but that's nice for during the summer. Windows are rolled down.
What's nice about the windows is they roll completely down. There's no exposed glass at all.
So that's during the summer.
So there's no reason to really take the doors off for the summertime.
Do we need to see anything else on this?
No, you can go down the driveway. There were complaints that
That's a ditch there, right?
No, yeah, you gotta go out in the street and come around. That there were now power windows weren't available on this. Can't believe it that you'd be looking at a side by side and I had it in high talking about power windows.
Oh, you put it in high.
Yeah, gotta sit a little bit. Okay, you're in high.
They had a 4 Series tractor. This is so strange that it's working so hard. I'm not used to that with a Polaris or Can-Am. It really is revving up to move it at a relatively slow speed.
Gas it up and see how the ride is on. It's like a snowmobile. When you get the torque converter going, it flies.
Yeah. Do they make a bigger engine than this?
No. No.
This is it.
This is it.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to be in for a shock when he drives a Defender, whether it's an 800 or 1000, the power difference. I won't trash this vehicle, but it's very smooth. But it definitely labors a little bit to move it around. Can you make a couple passes and I'll videotape you? Then you'll be able, or get you on camera and then you can see it. Pat, remember, only do it where I can see it. Put the parking brake on.
Because this is not the R, it doesn't have brake lights on it either. No turn signal.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So the M model has no rear lights on it whatsoever. Don't be afraid to run it. The brake's on. interesting. It's very well built. I bet you it's very, very lightweight. Very lightweight. Man, you know I'm a fan of John Deere. I just love John Deere. I love John Deere. It's hard for me to look at something this light duty. It's amazing that 3-cylinder engine is so quiet and so smooth. You would think it was a Honda car engine, but not a lot of power whatsoever. Very underwhelming. So this is his final pass. See if I can get him to do a circle right around here. Just do a circle, tight circle right around here.
I have a 2-wheel drive. I want to see if the brake loose.
No, this is not Dirt Obsession. This is not Dirt Obsession. Not that channel. Now he's putting a 4-wheel drive. He's going to be very surprised. The little tires. Yeah, it does have a tight turning radius. Tires are spinning. You know, 4-wheel drive? I don't know these John Deeres. This very lightweight, very precision built. So pretty cool. Pretty cool machine. Do kind of think it's overkill, but we won't go there right now. So I'm really excited. My brother's looking at a side-by-side for his yard and his property, but I'm really hoping he gets out and rides on the trail. Okay.
Pretty good in this thing, isn't it?
The engine's laboring, really labors. Okay. Oh boy. Liking that. Oh, I knew this was not good for me to come down here. This wasn't good.
Speed limiter on them with driver's safety belt if it's not buckled, which you're fine for now.
Oh, it's buckled.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not going that fast anyway. Yep. Oh, this? Yep. Just like that.
It's going to be fast, so...
Just have to wait for it to warm up and maybe it'll slow down a little bit. I literally haven't played with any of this. It came out of the crate.
It's gotta be a... It can't be in there.
Yeah, there's gotta be enough. Is there?
That's temp. That's temperature.
How about I hit a button? What shuts it off? What shuts it off?
Oh, there it is. You hit it.
Am I pushing the button?
Hold on. Look. Fan.
There we go. Okay. We figured it out. I had no fear.
It's actually so simple that we couldn't figure it out.
Am I in 4-wheel or all-wheel drive?
I believe you're in all-wheel drive.
You tell me where to go back here. How do you get out of here?
Boy, this is very quiet. Just go in a circle around the building.
It's noisier than the John Deere.
It's a lot faster. A lot more power.
Is this the 80 horsepower
horsepower.
No horn.
So is the lights are on?
High beam, yeah.
This probably goes over 65 miles an
No,
hour.
it's a lot faster. There's no question that it's a better off-road machine. It has more power. It's just as high as, we should make sure we can take a brochure with me, okay?
Okay, now try it. What up? Okay, so hopefully the
Okay,
brake's
look.
off.
Like that, emergency brake. See?
Cool. Okay. That's my instrumentation I have on my... So now, I'm sorry that we're doing this in the dark. He's test driving a Defender Limited, which I didn't even know they made. Full cab, very plush, heat and air conditioning. Here he comes down. 80 plus horsepower. Lights are killer on it. It's amazing where this industry has gone, where we've ended up with this industry. It's the inside is almost as nice as a pickup truck. Took us a while to figure out the heating and air conditioning controls. I love John Deere, don't get me wrong, but the Defender is just more machine, especially off-road. So I think he knows, he can feel that it has, you know, it's 80 horsepower compared to the John Deere's 50 horsepower, but it just feels like so much more horsepower. This thing would have no issue on the trail whatsoever. Just beautiful. This machine is beautiful.
The snowmobile club one that I sent you the picture of,
Yeah.
they have as an accessory, it goes right in the dash, a 5-inch screen
For reverse?
for a backup cam.
Yeah. How much was that, Chad?
It's like $600, I think.
But that's as you get older,
Oh.
especially when you're on the trail by yourself,
Yeah.
that's a nice feature.
And the doors are suicide wide, so they can get hinges on it a little better. Everything's open and closed. So when you're trailing it, you gotta be pretty careful. Yeah, just make sure. Which motor is this one? The 1000 V-twin. So that's 80 horsepower or so, or something like that? 82 horse. Yeah, they bumped up the horsepower and torque for 2020. Thickened the firewall areas for sound suppression. Changed a little bit with the belt drive system for belt longevity. We've not had any belt issues with them. Huge muffler.
Pre-filter. They added a pre-filter on it.
Pre-filter for the CVT system.
Yeah. Pat, it's almost a Harley engine. Big tires. Did they up the size of the tires on the back?
They've had 16 that we sold, you know, so you can kind of see. They changed the front fascia a little bit, just slightly different look, you know, with the headlights. Peter, see the tires in this one, Pete, look, the tires are different than on the front. And in the back, these tires stick out even more in the back on this one. It's going to kick them out forward too.
They do make a couple fender flares.
So in the warehouse at the same time was a 2017 Defender with a cab on it, and it was much lower than the 2020 Limited, I believe because of the arched A-arms and changes in the suspension. Just a big difference between the two units. Two great machines, but this 2020 Defender just steals the show. It's just beautiful inside and out.
Looks lower.
It's like the John Deere.
Ground clearance has been increased on these. I think this is a 26-inch tire. No, this is a 27-inch as well.
It's the arched A-arms.
They
Bad.
increased the A-arms.
So the A-arms aren't straight, they're arched to give it greater ground clearance.
Yeah, brochure I can.
So I'm at the John Deere dealership. They've moved, and I'm sorry, 835R, and they've moved, and I'm sorry, we looked at an 835M, and they've moved an 835R to the dealership so he could look at it. Here's a glimpse at the interior, the mirror, and the fabric. Okay, there's three of us. My brother may pull the trigger on this 835R. There's three. Actually, the cab is very roomy.
I like the black one. I like the black wheels that they have. I think they look a lot better on this. All right, I'm gonna film the speedometer while you're driving.
No, I can do it. I do that all the time. So three of us in this cab, Dave, it's roomy. Are you okay?
It's comfortable.
Yeah, it is.
Warm, too.
You sit very upright. I'm telling you, my next machine may have a cab.
You're two-wheel drive, right? Okay. We should go that way, away from town.
See how I came in, Pete? I took the short.
Yeah, you said you weren't going to stop.
Well, I just thought I'd see the machine, but I didn't
Well, the
expect
mistake
to
we
go
made
for a
last
ride.
time is we didn't go down the road.
All right, we'll open this up. $34, $36, $37, $38, $40. This is a weird intersection.
Yeah.
I got here from here.
So not incredibly fast, and she's coming up on 6,000 RPM.
Only rated for 45, so we're in a plus.
There's the speed limiters engaged. Speed limiters engaged. Okay. I should say rev limiter.
Probably should turn the headlights on, but that's beside the point.
Turn the headlights on. So, as I said, this is not salt flat competitor. But what you pay for give up in top speed, you gain in smoothness and quiet and precision. So cruising at 24 miles an hour, it's very pleasant, isn't it?
Do you have this diff unlocked?
It's unlocked, so we're really in one-wheel drive. But wow, man, it is roomy. I'll give you that. It is roomy, and it's almost getting too hot.
Nice and warm in here. I like it.
Yeah, they say claim the heater and the air conditioning work too good. That's your handle, that's my handle.
These are important.
And the driver has his steering wheel. And I like the headliner too. It takes a lot of the noise through the headliner.
My brother's intention is to use this side-by-side around his property, and really in his heart he wants to drive his grandchildren. He has 4 grandchildren from 1 year old up to 4 years old, and he wants to use this machine to drive his grandchildren around his property year-round. The John Deere, although it's a great machine, would not have been my first choice. Without a doubt, I would have went to Can-Am, and still may look at that Can-Am cab unit. But he may never do any trail riding with this machine. And recently, he purchased my first 455 John Deere lawn and garden tractor over 30 years ago. He just purchased a new John Deere subcompact 1025R, which he loves. Been trying to get him to do that for years. So he went all green. He wanted the John Deere from the get-go. He opened his mind to look at the Can-Am. I think the John Deere will do okay on the trail. Hopefully we'll get him on and test it and do a video on that. But he's very happy with his purchase of this John Deere 835R, and I wish him the best of luck with it, with him and his grandchildren, and making some memories with this machine.
Those are the turf tires on it.
And it's just screaming. Hey, this is low.
Plastic cap.
As Patrick says,
No, you're in high.
low is really low.
Watch low.
Actually, this one is very nice and low.
I'll probably do low trail riding with you guys.
Boy, that's their new tractor.
You're gonna get this thing muddy.
That's their new tractor.
Peter wants that for cutting the grass.
Yeah, that's what Peter would want.
Cut the grass.
This one was in the shop, I think, earlier in the week. Yeah, get what you want. It's very nice.
These tires are 26 or 27 inch.
These are 26s.
And it's an odd tire because it's an 11 inch rim.
Yeah, Can-Ams come with 27 inch, by the way. And what's weird too is it's a 5-lug bolt pattern.
It's also weird.
Where Can-Ams only have 4 inch. I watched somebody put a car tire on it.
Oh, this one is cranky.
Has anyone seen the service manager? He owes me money. Oh, sorry. That's the right answer. That's an Italian answer. Haven't seen him, don't know him. Merry Christmas.
So, you said they had power windows.
The Can-Ams have power windows, but they come with suicide doors, which is a little scary when you're in an open trailer.
Thank you for watching this video as we test drive vehicles for my brother to purchase a side-by-side.
Yeah.
All three of these machines are very nice, although you know I have my favorite. That was not my brother's favorite.
Good on moderate bumps. I'm sure that the Can-Am, you know,
Please, if you participate in motorsports, wear a helmet for your protection. Also, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And I truly hope to see all of you on the trail. Happy New Year.
Very nice. I like the heater a lot. It's warm,
Well, it's air conditioned too.
warm and cozy.
It's air conditioned also.
And you know what? They have a nice.
What is that? The parking brake? The little thing?
Yeah, not saying this would flop around on a trail, but if you really want to get dirt and dust. And then the windows go, what's nice about the windows is that they go all the way down. So again, if you're trail riding, you're not having your arm on a piece of glass, it's on a regular open window. Or you can take the doors right off, but why would you?
It only did 35.
Okay, I'm gonna get going.
But Patrick could reach around in his arm and spray ether in the intake, and he got up to 35.
No, it got 40. It got up to 47 with all 47, I think, with all of us in it. Yep.
That's pretty. It's smooth. It's so.